heard that Saskatoon is lovely and that there is a Filipino grocery store there.
She was born half a century later and more than 17,000 kilometers away from the character she plays. But Yulissa Campos identifies with her more easily than any character she has ever portrayed.
The life of pouring is exactly part of what I've been through when I moved to Canada. So behind that comedy, there's a lot of truth.
Prairie Nurse is based on the true story of playwright Marie Beef-Badian's mother, one of two Filipina nurses who arrived in Arborfield, Saskatchewan in 1967.
The main joke is that the character, the main guy, can't tell them apart, which is not so far from truth because I've been in that place.
While she understands the character inside and out, there were some challenges for the Ecuador native when it came to sounding like someone from the Philippines.
Spanish and Tagalog share certain phonetic words because, like back in the 1500s, the Spaniards were in the Philippines, and so we do share certain things in the language, but it is still a challenge to try to find the rhythm and the accent.
Andrea Macasset co-stars in the comedy. Originally from Winnipeg, her Filipino heritage has turned the experience of being in the show into a sort of homecoming.
I think I can speak to some of the comedy and some of the sayings that we share in this play. They hit really close to my heart, and it almost feels like being at home without being at home.
They will be giants with enormous feet and mismatched eyes, one brown, one blue.
And the play demonstrates that these types of misunderstandings are a two-way street, as the nurses also have their own misconceptions and stereotypes of the people they encounter.
They have trouble sometimes telling the locals apart, and there's one guy that has a Scottish accent, and they're like, what is he saying?
Herman? Oh, well, now, of course, their children will be ugly. His name is Herman.
At one point or another, everyone was put into a new environment at some point in their life, whether it was a job or a new country or province or school. So you all know how it feels to be new.
Interestingly, the play itself is new to Saskatchewan, despite being set here. It was well received during recent runs in Toronto, but its current home does seem a little more appropriate, as it plays at the Station Arts Centre in Rosthern.
It's that world of the small town Saskatchewan where everybody knows each other, and two new people in town would be exciting enough if they didn't come from the Philippines. But so it fits really well into that world. And also the Rosthern, the Station Arts Centre itself is just this lovely venue.
Prairie Nurse runs through August 5th. In Saskatoon, I'm Simon Hiatt reporting.
Love can be unreasonable.